Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Steelers set to go on offense, and it is the big man, Big Ben, number 7, Ben Roethlisberger, ready to lead them.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1
touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
first and 10. It's Roethlisberger. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 25.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Ben leaves to counter on the draw. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Throwing on second down. Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a gain of
nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. A check on the numbers last week for Conner. 15 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He finds his tight end Gentry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the side.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it. for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense, and at the helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Sacked by Bud Dupree.
The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. His throw incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Here's Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Conner. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington.
Roethlisberger's pass complete.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
But it's brought in by Washington. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Steelers.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald.
Roethlisberger's pass.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Open man here is Gentry. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Ben to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Connor. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
He was brought down by Malik Harrison. It's a gain of a yard. And
now it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
a 48-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Steelers 10, Ravens nothing.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
5-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
Jackson
4.
fakes the give and keeps it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Steelers 10, Ravens nothing.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Baltimore Raven.
Here's the option play now to the left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
By T.J. Watt. Brought down back at the
that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And it's picked up by the Steelers. It's a foot race. The 40, the 20, 10, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early. Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL. Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is Jakeem Grant. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. 11 yards there. 1st down.
Baltimore Ravens.
Jackson's going to look to run it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Antoine Woods able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson now. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and
on 2nd down now. It's Conner. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
He's brought down at the 40.
A good carry and a 1st down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but in 2018 he was a Pro Bowl running back. Combined yardage that year, 1,470. They're hoping for 2018 James Conner in 2020.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Madubuike. Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the 1st down sack. Roethlisberger on the left side. It's McDonald. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter, Jordan Berry, to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
4-yard line.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Pickup of 3. Brings up second and
from the gun, it's Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Now it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 47.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins. Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Quick inside.